of the 7 most common nightmares and how to sleep peacefully. Welcome everyone to the channel. In today's video, we're going to explore one of the most mysterious yet common themes in our nights: nightmares. Who hasn't had a dream that made them wake up in a cold sweat with a racing heart and a strange feeling in their chest? Unlike regular dreams, nightmares carry an emotional weight that can even affect our mental and physical health. Additionally, many experts believe that each nightmare holds a deep meaning, revealing something about what we're going through or feeling. Could our nightmares be trying to tell us something about ourselves? And more importantly, is there a way to prevent them? Get ready as we dive into the meaning behind the 8 most common nightmares and uncover the messages that might be hidden in those terrifying images that appear in our minds as we sleep. And of course, I'll share some valuable tips to help you ensure a more peaceful sleep, warding off the chances of having those hair-raising nightmares. Why do we have nightmares? First, let's understand a bit more about what a nightmare is and why it happens. Generally speaking, nightmares are disturbing dreams that provoke an intense emotional reaction, ranging from fear and sadness to feelings of anguish and helplessness. It's as if our mind, instead of simply relaxing while we sleep, decides to put us in extremely uncomfortable and frightening situations, making us wake up with a racing heart, a feeling of suffocation, or even tears in our eyes. Sleep experts say that nightmares can have various causes, such as stress, anxiety, trauma, poor diet before bed, and even health problems. Our subconscious may reflect things we avoid facing during the day, like worries or insecurities, in a symbolic and intense way while we sleep. Nightmares end up being a way to process these fears, and therefore can carry important messages about our emotional lives. So next time you wake up from a nightmare, it might be worth asking, what is my subconscious trying to show me? 7 common nightmares and their meanings. 1. Being lost or trapped. Let's start with a common nightmare, finding yourself lost in an unknown place or trapped with no way out. If you've had this dream, you know the feeling of desperation is very real, as if there's no solution to escape the situation. This type of dream often reflects a moment of indecision or intense pressure in real life. You may be going through a turbulent time, unsure of which path to follow or which decision to make. This nightmare, then, appears as an alert from our subconscious, indicating that we need to find a way out or a solution for the internal conflicts that are bothering us. It's like our mind is saying, "Hey, let's resolve this," falling or drowning. Another nightmare that haunts many people is falling from a great height or, even worse, drowning in water. The sensation is one of completely losing control with no escape. This type of dream is often associated with the feeling of overwhelming pressure. When life seems to be drowning us in responsibilities or problems, our subconscious might create this representation during sleep. So if you're frequently having this kind of dream, it could be a sign that something is pressuring you beyond your limits. It may be time to look at these situations more carefully and seek to relieve this burden. Being in public without clothes or improperly dressed. Imagine being in a public situation without being properly dressed or even without clothes. For many, this is a nightmare that involves immense discomfort. This type of dream is often related to our self-esteem and how we feel about others' perceptions of us. In dreams, clothes act as an armor, a symbol of protection for parts of our personality we don't want to expose. When we're without them, it's as if we're feeling too vulnerable or fearful of others' judgment. This could be a sign that there are internal insecurities that need to be worked on for us to feel more confident about who we really are. 4. Natural disasters or catastrophes. Natural disasters and catastrophes are also recurring themes in nightmares. These dreams are often intense and frightening, with scenes of destruction that can leave anyone in panic. And the explanation for this type of nightmare is directly tied to our mental state. When we're emotionally overwhelmed, facing difficult moments that seem out of our control, our subconscious can project these worries in the form of a disaster. This type of nightmare serves as a way to release accumulated stress. We might be saying that we're dealing with situations that seem unstoppable and inevitable at the moment. 5. Robbery or house damage. Dreaming of a house being robbed or damaged is also a common nightmare. Houses in dreams represent our inner self. The facade symbolizes our self-image, while the interior represents our deepest feelings and thoughts. If something is broken or invaded in the dream, it's a sign that we're feeling vulnerable or insecure about something important in our lives. This type of dream can appear during times of significant changes or when we fear losing something valuable. 6. Problems with the car. The car in dreams is often a representation of our physical body and the control we have over life. If in the dream the car is broken, out of control, or about to crash, it can indicate that we feel we're losing control in some important area of our life. This type of nightmare suggests that we're struggling with a specific situation or feeling helpless in the face of certain challenges. 7. Injuries, illness, or death. Finally, dreams of injuries, illness, or even the death of someone close can seem frightening. But in reality, they don't always represent something bad. Death in dreams often symbolizes a change, the end of one phase and the beginning of another. Dreams of illness or injuries may be associated with deep emotional concerns, like sadness or worry for a loved one's well-being. This type of nightmare can reflect our fear of change and our desire to protect those we care about. Tips for a peaceful sleep. If you want to avoid nightmares and ensure a more restful sleep, here are some tips that may help relieve tension before bed. Manage stress. Reduce stressful activities before bed. Choose light reading or relaxing music. Establish a routine. Going to bed and waking up at the same times helps regulate sleep. Avoid stimulants. Drinks like coffee or energy drinks before bed can affect your sleep. Keep a dream journal. Writing down dreams and nightmares helps in understanding what they mean. Conclusion. Remember, nightmares aren't always a sign of something bad. They can be a way for our subconscious to help us understand our fears and concerns better. I hope you enjoyed this and that these tips help make your nights more peaceful. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. Good night, sweet dreams, and see you next time.